Good morning, Luciana. Luciana, are you with us? Cody, stop. Luciana. Cody, stop. Thank you. All right. All right, good morning, guys. We're going to start with last night's homework. So if everybody will get last night's homework out. Make sure your mics are muted. All right. On number 1 and number 2. Number 1 and number 2. All you had to do was count the circles or the spots in the circle and write the fraction. Salvador, are you with us this morning? Salvador?
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Sorry. All right. So you basically had to count the circle. You had to count all the numbers. So how many were shaded? If you counted, it was 6. How many were there all together? That was 10. So it should have been 6 over 10. 6 over 10 should have been what you got on the first one. Good morning, Asia. Good morning, Asia. Asia, are you with us? Asia? He's gone. Asia. If you're here, type here, please. Asia? All right, while we're waiting on Asia to respond, let's go on to number 2. Number 2, if you counted all the boxes, you would have gotten 24 boxes. So that's your denominator. And if you counted the colored ones, you would have gotten 18. So you would have gotten 18 over 24. 18 over 24.
I'm waiting for the chat box because I have to answer to this.
Asia, I can hear you. Asia, you're good. Yes, I got you. All right. All right, let's continue on. All right, number 3.
Excuse me, Miss Blackmon.
Yes.
Yes. What page are you on?
We're on the homework from yesterday, 415.
415 and what number?
We're on number 3. All right. Okay, this is what number 3 looks like. It's 3 over 5 equals blank over 10. Okay, I showed you yesterday that you could do 5 times 2 equals 10. Whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do to the top. So 3 times 2 is 6. Now, the other way you can work it, which is what Emma kept saying yesterday, but I didn't want to show you yet, so I just kind of let it go, is either called the X factor or it's called the butterfly. I'm going to show you that on number 4. Number 4, we have 3 over 6 equals blank over 12. All right, so for the X factor or the butterfly factor, you circle the top number and the bottom number. 3 times 12 is 36. And then you circle the bottom number and the blank number. So 6 times what equals 36? The answer is 6. So your answer would have been 6. Okay? All right. Hold on, guys.
What's going on?
Hold on. All right, if you're clicking on anything, moving anything, you need to stop. There we go. All right. Now, we're moving on to number 5. Number 5 said 4 over 10 equals blank over 5. Now, some of you did what I told you to do. When you've got the smaller number on this side, you work backwards. So it'd be times 2. So what times 2 gives me 4? You got 2. Some of you got 8 here. That is not correct. Now, if I were to use the butterfly or the X, it's the same thing. I could have said 4 times 5 equals 20. And then 10 times what equals 20?
2.
So you would have gotten the answer 2. So that would have been the top answer. All right. Any questions on 3, 4, or 5?
No.
All right. Let's move on.
Please see if I can get more clarity on that.
Please keep your mics muted unless you have a question. All right. Number 6 was 3 over 4 equals blank over 8. So the butterfly, I say 3 times 8 equals 24. Do the other side. 4 times blank equals 24. 4 times 6. That's my answer. All right, number 7. I had 5 over 10 equals 1 over blank. Again, I can do the butterfly. 10 times 1 equals 10. 5 times what equals 10? So 5 times 2. So the bottom number would have been 2.
Ms. Blackmon,
Yes, Salvador.
what page are we in?
We're doing page 415. We're going over the homework from yesterday.
What's number 7 again?
Number 7 is this one. 1 over 2.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on to number 8. Number 8 was 4 over 6 equals blank over 12. Okay? The X factor or the butterfly factor, I multiply these two together. So 4 times 12 equals 48. And then I multiply these two together. So 6 times something equals 48? That would be 8.
8.
So 8 goes up here. Okay. Number 9. We had 5 over 5 equals blank over 10. Okay. Butterfly would be 5 times 10 equals 50. If I butterfly this way, 5 times what equals 50? Well, I've already got the answer is 10.
10.
Yep, 10 over 10. Over 10. All right, the last one on that page, number 10, was 1/2 equals 6 over blank. So 1/2 equals 6 over blank. Again, do the butterfly. So 2 times 6 equals 12. And then I do the butterfly this way. 1 times what equals 12? 1 times 12 equals 12. So my bottom is 12. All right, are we good on this? All right, we're going to move on to 8-3. 8-3. 8-3 is finding equivalent fractions by multiplying, which is what I did yesterday. I'm just going to show you. We're on page 425. 425. Sorry, page 425. All right. On page 425. If you look at number 4, good morning, Alexander. Alexander? Alexander, are you with us? All right, if you look at number 4, you've got 3 over 4 equals blank over 12. Again, you're just using the butterfly. 3 times 12 equals 36. And go across this way. 4 times what equals 36? Well, we know 4 times 9 equals 36. So 9 would be our number. Alexander, good morning. Alexander, are you with us? Alexander, type here if you're here so I can mark you for attendance. All right, I want y'all to do 5, 6, and 7 right now. 5, 6, and 7.
I'm here.
Thank you. You're doing 5, 6, and 7 on page 425. 5, 6, and 7. Mute your mics, please.
Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
the page 425 is homework or just for the class?
425 we're doing right now.
Okay.
It's not homework. We're doing it in class. All right, let's look at these. So, butterfly 5 times 10 equals 50. Butterfly this way. 5 times blank equals 50. And we've already got our answer as 10. So you should have a 10 on the top and the bottom. All right, number 6. I butterfly this way. So this is 6 times 2 equals 12. And then I butterfly this way. And this is 3 times blank equals 12. 3 times 4. So 4 goes on the bottom. All right, the last one. I had 1 times 12 on this side. So 12 times 1 equals 12. And then over on this side, I have 6 times blank equals 12. 6 times 2. So you'd put 2 up there. Okay, are there any questions to how to do this?
No.
All right. All right, let's look at number 8. Number 8, they give you the problem 2 over 3. And then it says times 2 over 2 equals. All you have to do is multiply. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. All you're doing is multiplying. Number 9, you're doing the same thing. 3 over 6 times 2 over 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 times 2 is 12. Sarah A, number 6 was 6 over 4. All right, now I want you to solve, actually let's do number 10 together. 1/5 times, it gives you blank over blank equals blank over 10. So basically it's wanting you to do what we did yesterday. 5 times what number gives me 10? 2. Whatever I put on the bottom, I have to put on the top. So I get 2 over 10. Okay?
I thought it was something else.
No. All right, so I want you to do 11, 12, and 13, please. Do 11, 12, and 13.
Miss Blackmon, what were the numbers again?
11, 12, and 13.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Miss Blackmon,
Yes.
do we have homework?
We're not talking about that right now. Right now we're working on our problems.
Okay. What page are we on?
425. 425. Miliani, number 5 is not 8. Number 5 would be 10 over 10 would have been your answer.
I'm confused with number 11.
Okay, we're going to get to that in just a minute. Miliani, you multiply 5 times 2, that gives you 10. Whatever you do the top, you have to do the bottom. So you get 5 times 2 again.
Page.
Huh?
On the other page.
On what other page, babe?
415.
415, number five.
Yeah.
You would work backwards. So 5 times 2 is 10. So what times 2 gives me 4? That would be 2.
What?
Yes. You work backwards on that one. Or you could say you divide. So if I divide 10 by 2, I get 5. If I divide 4 by 2, I get 2. The answer is 2. All right. So looking at number 11. Number 11. 4 times what gives me... Yes.
I wasn't here when you said it was 3 through 11.
Yeah, I see that. But right now I can't go back over those because I need to get on with the lesson or we're not going to finish.
Okay.
All right, I'll go back over them in a minute. All right, so 4 times what gives me 100 would be 25. Whatever I multiply the bottom by, I have to multiply the top by. 5 times 25. If you can't do that in your head, you go over here and work it. 25. So I get 125. I get 125. All right. Number 12. 4 times 3 gives me 12. Whatever I do to the bottom, I have to do to the top. So 7 times 3 is 21. And number 13. 3 times 3 is 9. Whatever I do to the top, I have to do to the bottom. So 3 times 4 is 12. Remember to have your mics muted, please. All right. Now, on 14 through 21, it says, write 2 equivalent fractions for each one that's given. Now, this is the easiest way to do this. I'm given 1/10 for number 14. I'm going to write it twice because I know I have to give 2 equivalent fractions. This one, I'm going to multiply by 2 over 2. This one, I'm going to multiply by 3 over 3. So 1 times 2 is 2. 10 times 2 is 20. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 10 is 30. There are my 2 equivalent fractions. All right, I want you to work numbers 16, 19, and 21. 16, 19, and 21. 16, 19, and 21. Miliani, if you're still on the homework page, you need to move on to where we are now. All you're doing, Miliani, is multiplying. Just like the one I've got on the board. You're multiplying it by 2, and then you're multiplying it by 3. So 5 over 6, which is number 16, you'll multiply by 2 over 2. And then 5 over 6, you'll multiply by 3 over 3. All right, number 16. You had 5 over 6. Again, I'm going to write it down twice, because I know I'm going to have 2 equivalent fractions. I'm going to multiply by 2 over 2 here and by 3 over 3 here. So 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. There's one equivalent. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. There's the other equivalent. All right, let's move to 19. Number 19, we have 3 over 4. I'm going to write it down twice because I have to find 2 equivalent fractions. I'm going to multiply the first one by 2 over 2 and the second one by 3 over 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. 4 times 2 is 8. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, number 21, I had 7 over 12 and 7 over 12. I'm going to multiply this one by 2 over 2, and I'm going to multiply this one by 3 over 3, just to make it easy on myself. 7 times 2 is 14. 12 times 2 is 24. 7 times 3 is 21. 12 times 3 is 36. So I get 14 over 24 and 21 over 36. All right, any questions on these? Any questions?
No.
Miliani, what doesn't make sense to you? Miliani. Miliani. Okay, everything doesn't tell me anything, sweetheart. You're going to have to get on camera and tell me what you're meaning by everything. All right, Nevaeh, while I'm waiting on Miliani, Nevaeh, your answer to 3 was 2 over 4. Your answer to 4 was 9. Your answer to 5 was 10. Your answer to 6 was 4. Your answer to 7 was 2. Your answer to 8 was 4 over 6. Your answer to 9 was 6 over 12. And your answer to 10 was 2. And then Sarah A., the answer to 12 was 21 over 12. And the answer to 13 was 9 over 12. Miliani, can you get on your mic?
Miss Blackmon, what was the fraction in number 10?
The fraction in number 10 was 2 over 10. Sarah A., number 7 was 2 over 12.
No, like 1 times 5. What? 1 over 5 times what?
2 over 2.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
I need the mic.
Okay. Sophia B., your answer was 9 over 12. Miliani. Miliani.
Yes. Yes.
All right. What do you not understand? What does not make sense?
Like the math equations and the whole page.
It's not an equation, baby. All you're doing is multiplying either by 2 or by 3. So look at number 10. If you have 1 over 5 equals blank over blank, or 1 over 5 times blank over blank equals blank over 10. 5 times what equals 10? Miliani, 2. If I multiply by 2 on the bottom, I've got to multiply by 2 on the top. So that times, it would say 2 over 2. 1 times 2 is what? Stop, Emma.
It's
What's 1 times 2?
2.
2.
It's 2.
So you would have 2 over 10.
So we just times it with 2.
Some of them. Look at number 11. Number 11, you have 4 over 5 times what over what equals what over 100. 4 times what gives me 100? 4 times 25. So this one I'm multiplying 25 over 25. So 5 times 25 is 125. So I'd get 125 over 100.
That one doesn't make sense. Like without multiplying by 2.
Why would you multiply by 2? 4 times 2 is 8.
Not multiply by 2. Not multiply by 2, but like without multiplying by 2.
Why would you multiply by 2? Because 4 times 2 is 8. You're looking at 4 times what equals 100? 4 times what equals 100? That's where I got the 25. So now I'm multiplying both the top and bottom by 25. So 5 times 25 is 125.
I don't get, so you know the equations that you can multiply by 2, those are kind of easy for me, but with the equations that are not multiplying by 2, they're really hard.
Okay, you have to know your multiplication. Because all I'm really asking you to do is multiply by 2 and multiply by 3. So look at number 15. 4 over 2. If I multiply both the top and bottom by 2, what do I get? What's 4 times 2, Miliani? Miliani, let's quit answering questions in the chat box and listen. What is 4 times 2? Okay, what is 2 times 2? So your answer is 8 over 4. Now we need to multiply that same fraction by 3. So what is 4 times 3? Miliani, what is 4 times 3? And what is 2 times 3? Right, so if I multiplied both the top and bottom by 3, I would get 12 over 6. All right, if everybody, go ahead and mute your mics. Miliani, mute your mic, please. All right, if everybody will look at page 427. 427. Page 427. Listen closely. Numbers 1 through 6, it's just figuring out what you multiply by. Number 1 and 2, they gave you what you're multiplying by. Numbers 7 through 14, you're going to multiply by 2. So you're going to multiply the top and the bottom by 2. Not by anything else, by 2. Number 15, 16, 17, and 18, it wants you to find 2 equivalent fractions. So you're going to multiply by 2 for one of them, and by 3 for the other one. Please mute your mic. All right, Sarah A., we're on page 427. 427.
Can you repeat?
Yes, I will. All right, 1 through 6. You just need to fill in the boxes with the correct number. 7 through 14, you're multiplying by 2. 7 through 14, you're multiplying by 2. So you'll multiply by 2 over 2. 15 through 18, you're multiplying by 2 over 2 the first time. And the second time, you're multiplying by 3 over 3.
Is that for homework?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. When...
Mrs. Blackmon, can you repeat just one more time?
Yes, if y'all will give me a chance and quit interrupting, I will repeat it again. Okay. After you complete this page, your parents must take a picture of it, and I need to be able to see every answer. If I can't see one of the answers, I'm going to mark it wrong. So I need to be able to see every answer. So, again, the homework page is page 427. Mute your mics, please. Page 427. 1 through 6, you're filling in the boxes. 7 through 14, you're multiplying by 2 over 2. And 15 through 18, you're multiplying by 2 over 2 for the first part of it, and for the second part, you're multiplying by 3 over 3. And again, when you finish, your parents need to take a picture of it and email me that picture.
Ms. Blackmon, what are we doing for science?
I'm getting ready to go over that. I want to make sure everybody understands the math. Yes.
For the science, yesterday, brain pop wasn't working for me.
All right. Brain Pop is having some issues. Just keep trying. You will get on. Okay? You just have to keep going back and trying. Trying once is not enough. Keep going back and trying, because we had to try like about 6 times yesterday and we finally got on. All right. So for science today, you're going to go on Brain Pop. You're going to search food chains. If you need to rewatch the video, rewatch it. You're going to do the worksheet. Over off to the right, you'll see a tab that says worksheet. You need to do the worksheet, and you need to do the graphic organizer. The worksheet and the graphic organizer. And again, I need pictures of both of these. I will repeat that. Science, Brain Pop. Science, Brain Pop. You're going to search food chains. If you need to watch the video again, go ahead. If not, then just go ahead and go over to the right. And you're going to do the worksheet and the graphic organizer. The worksheet and the graphic organizer. Again, I need pictures of math and science today. I need pictures of page 427 in math and both papers in science.
What papers in science?
The ones on Brain Pop that are off to the right, the one that says worksheet and the one that says graphic organizer.
So you need both of them?
Yes, I do. Now, you can do them on Brain Pop and take a picture of them, but you cannot do them on Brain Pop and save them. It will not save. So either write it out, or once you're done with it, have your parents take a picture of it before you log out. Because if you log out of Brain Pop, you will lose all of your answers.
Something's going on. It's like very slow.
Okay. Do we have any questions about math or science? Anybody have a question about math or science?
No.
Okay. All right. Listen again to Brain Pop. I know it is having issues. They are doing updates and trying to fix it. You're just going to have to keep trying. Okay? Don't try once and give up. You're going to have to keep trying. All right? Eventually it will let you on. But you're going to have to keep trying.
That looks fine.
Okay, see, some people are getting into it. So just keep trying. It will come up.
Is it on food chains?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, any more questions about science? Yes, Daniela, you do 15 through 18. First, you're going to multiply by 2 over 2. Second, you're going to multiply by 3 over 3. Okay, please listen closely. For science, log into Brain Pop. Go to food chains. Then off to the right, you'll see a tab that says worksheet. You're going to do that. And you'll see a tab that says graphic organizer. You're going to do that. Any more questions?